Well, it's sort of terrifying because I've grown up with Tom Hanks, my entire life. And you're careful what you wish for because you always go, God, I'd love to work with Tom Hanks. And then you do. I was frozen with this. I was genuinely starstruck.
It was such a different take on Mr. Rogers. It wasn't anything that I expected, and it wasn't necessarily about Mr. Rogers. Tom said this yesterday as we were in talkback, that he and Marielle Heller, our wonderful director, saw him as the antagonist, as a person who's going to come in and kind of shake things up, while Matthew's character is the protagonist. And so I was expecting maybe something that was more about him. And this was really about the healing of a family, And so that really caught my attention in reading the script.
Well, as someone not from America, or indeed Canada, my first question was like, who's Fred Rogers? So I was ashamed to say, sadly, he didn't make it across the Atlantic to us. We being the less so because of it. Because as a result of the research I did on him, I was staggered to see that someone like this even existed, and for so long, and accomplished this kind of enormous range of work of trying to teach or trying to arm, not the greatest word, children with a kind of an emotional toolbox, really, for life.
I was quite intrigued by Fred Rogers' character, and really, I say I missed that period, and I think the script and story are really nice, powerful, and I was given a role that I had a lot of fun researching and developing and playing. I thought he was pretty diverse guy to play, and a lot of interesting qualities.
Just working with Chris was kind of enough in a way, because he brings so much, and what was incredible about him is what he's saying with the words and what he's doing with his eyes, I think, were two very different things. So you could see the kind of the pain in him. So, and just on a human level, when you watch that, it comes for free.
Well, that was, it was real different from, say, my personal relationship that I had with my son. This is a heartbreaking relationship between father and son that you don't want to see, but it happens. And it was just interesting, touching, getting into that.
Part of what was so amazing about Fred was his ability to listen in a really deep way. And so those silences and that listening that happens was very carefully constructed in the movie. It was something we talked a lot about, which was the pace. He had this way of slowing time down. Everyone said when you would meet Fred, time would slow down. So our intention was to really try to capture that in a real way and to watch true listening happening. And it meant slowing Tom Hanks down a lot and asking the actors to sit in uncomfortable silence. It was meant to kind of feel the air between two individuals, let that space sit there, let true listening happen, and the transformation that can happen when you feel listened to and you feel seen.